Ani, my name is Star Nawagabo. I currently live in Toronto, or Takaranto. On my mother's side, I am from Minadu Minising, or Manitoulin Island, which translates to Spirit Island, and my home community is Omdek Omniconing First Nation, which is my grandfather's community. My grandmother comes from Wakamakong, also located on Minadu Minising. I am from the Eagle Clan. I am a mother, auntie of many, and a former social service worker of 12 years, and now in my second career as an artist, intersecting the love of art and service into my own practice. I had a dream that I was in my mother's car, trying to drive it, but I couldn't control the steering wheel, and I ended up crashing her car. We'll come back to that later. But first, when I think of some of the reasons folks migrate to Canada, whether that's because of economics, war, violence, poverty, environmental disaster, family, adventure, education, or love, I think about the reasons for my migration from my First Nation to Toronto. The romantical part of me will say it was for love and when I would become a mother. The practical side of me might say it was for education, and the more personal and private side of me would say it was to flee intergenerational trauma and family and community dysfunction. And my ancestors might tell you the reason was to heal and grow. You see, many of the impacts of residential schools now live within our own families and communities. Instead of priests and nuns violating our children, it's our own family members, and so you see it gets complicated and more silent because it's people we know. Sometimes the very people who are supposed to protect us. A good friend and spiritual mentor of mine sat me down one day and offered me two choices. Stay here and continue to be consumed by the things you cannot control, or move away and find yourself. You will be of more service to those you love if you are well. So you remember that dream about crashing my mom's car? Well, I talked to a friend about that, and she interpreted it as me trying to take on and control responsibilities that weren't mine. So I eventually moved to Toronto, leaving my family. I felt guilty because I wouldn't be around to look out for the kids anymore. I don't think that guilt has ever fully gone away. The choice to heal comes with sacrifice, and I miss living in my community with my family, not only for myself, but for my son, and for the sake of having support around. Both my homes here in Toronto and Minadu Minising intersect with inside of me. The art and work I create is informed by my grandmother and my longing for community and wholeness. And the land and good people here keep me connected to my roots, so I continue to grow.